What's good, MooMoo crew? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. If you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to like the video. It really helps out the channel. Today we're doing something special. I'm updating, revamping, and expanding on some of my older performance guides, so this video can serve as a one-stop hub that combines everything you need to know into one place. I'm going to show you how I personally organize my CC, and more importantly, why this system actually works. If I'm being honest, I've helped a lot of simmers with lag in their game, and the number one thing I always notice, their CC folders are pure chaos. We're talking tons of duplicates, high poly meshes with 2K textures, zip files sitting in your mods folder that your game can't even read. Your computers aren't slow because of The Sims 3, they're slow because of how your files are managed. You've got way too many unnecessary files and no real system in place to keep things clean. That's exactly why I'm making this video today. If you've ever wondered how some simmers run several gigabytes of CC and mods without suffering through the lag you get from barely 1 gigabyte, you'll want to pay attention to this one. Performance boost. Alright, let's start with one of the biggest performance game changers. Get yourself an external hard drive or SSD. I guarantee you, none of the simmers you see running tons of CC and mods are doing that off of their C drive. As I've said in so many of my videos, once I switch to a new drive to back up my CC, run my game from, and link my documents folder to, I have never looked back. The payoff is huge. Your game will run noticeably smoother, loading times will drop, and your files will stay much more organized. Even something as simple as a 2 terabyte external hard drive can go a long way toward improving your Sims 3 experience. Visual CC mapping. Next up, let's talk about visual CC mapping. Start by creating your CC template folders. I'll be linking mine again down below so you can use it as your base setup. Feel free to tweak it or add on to it however you like. That's the beauty of having your own system. This is how you avoid duplicates and actually see what's in your game without having to guess. Now, when it comes to the CC itself, we all know some creators name their files in ways that make it impossible to tell what the item actually is. Sure, you could open every single package in S3PE and click through icons or load them in the Sims Resource Workshop, but realistically, nobody has time for that. That's where the Sims 3 thumbnail extractor tool comes in handy, and honestly, it's a total lifesaver. Here's how to use it. Run the tool on a folder in your backups, change your folder view to large icons. Now you'll be able to scroll through and visually see what each item looks like piece by piece. It's perfect for moving CC around, choosing which parts of a set to keep, and deleting what you don't need. Once you're done, just click type at the top of the folder, select all the generated image files, and delete them. Clean, simple, and way more efficient. Optimizing CC, optional for intermediate to advanced. Once your CC is neatly ordered into its relevant folders, you can start optimizing it, but only if you're willing to learn a bit. I personally learned how to mesh and convert on my own, which gave me the ability to optimize the CC I already have backed up. Here's what that looks like. Decimating meshes to lower poly counts, reducing texture sizes, fixing multis, making items recolorable, repairing bone assignments, and adjusting categories. Renaming the package file to lock in your progress, letting yourself know that this file has been personally optimized. This step is optional, but it made a huge difference for me in terms of lag, stutter, and crashing. Before, I could barely complete one bedroom and a kitchen before my game started crashing or showing pitch black objects. Now I can clutter lots with low poly CC without any issues. I don't expect everyone to do this, so if it seems intimidating, don't worry. Start with the basics. These are the rules of thumb for CC performance. Most of your CC should be low to medium poly. A good balance is 70% low poly, 20% medium poly, 10% high poly. If most of your CC is low poly, you can have thousands of files without noticing lag. Only skins and makeup need 2K textures. This gives that HQ mod effect without tanking performance. If an item doesn't add anything new to the game, you don't need it. For example, having 5 toilet paper rolls in a bathroom clutter folder is fine as long as each one looks unique. Following these rules allows regular players to enjoy a performance-friendly game with tons of CC and mods, even if they don't optimize each file themselves. You won't get the absolute maximum performance, but your game will be smooth, playable, and way more enjoyable. At the end of the day, that's all we really care about. Optimizing CC, mandatory for beginners. I'm calling this mandatory because this is a process all simmers should be following, whether you're a creator or not, and it's really simple, just 4 things. 1, convert all your packs to packages so the game can read them faster. 2, use S3RC to compress your CC, making the game feel lighter overall. 3, rename your files so the game can read them efficiently. Remove any special characters or numbers. Underscores are fine. 4. Merge all your CC using CC Magic into as few files as possible. Everyone should be doing these 4 things, no matter if you've decimated the mesh yourself or not. But here's the extra bit that really helps squeeze even more performance out of your CC. Once you have nothing but packages and everything is compressed and renamed, there's one tip before you go into CC Magic that I wish all CC Magic tutorials emphasized. This little trick alone can save you so much lag and hassle in game. CC Magic secrets. Here's the big secret about CC Magic. You do not need to organize your CC folders in it. That's what your template CC folders are for. If you ever want to remove a set or just clean up several items, simply rebuild your CC in CC Magic after cleaning it out. CC Magic has a lot of features, but in my experience, there are really only 2 you need to care about. 1, merging. 2, building collection folders. These 2 features are what makes CC Magic the most powerful tool for reducing lag in The Sims 3 when you have tons of CC. Here's how I do it. Create one category, name it after your playthrough, cyberpunk, medieval, modern, whatever. Grab all the CC from that build, copy it into your downloads folder, then Control A, and drag it into your category in CC Magic. Let CC Magic do its thing. As a pro tip, under settings, you can enable compression to squeeze your CC even further. This is like double compression, first with S3RC, then again with CC Magic. I've dropped 20,000 files to CC Magic, merged them all in under 15 minutes, and never looked back. This is important. The more subfolders you add into your categories, the more files CC Magic creates. And the more files it creates, the laggier your game gets. As CC Magic's description explains, once your game has to read around 200 files in your mods folder, it starts becoming unplayable. That's not The Sims 3's fault, it's a system limitation. Your goal is to have as few files in your mods folder as possible. This is the core secret that so many heavy CC users understand. When people ask, how do you get your game to run so smoothly with tons of CC and mods, this is exactly why. Understanding how the game reads files is what makes everything work. Reducing build by mode lag. This next section is optional, but I highly recommend it if you want your game to run super smooth in build by mode. As I mentioned earlier, CC Magic is really only good for 2 things, merging your CC and building collection folders. Once you've built your organized and optimized CC into collection folders, you don't need those items to be visible in the in-game catalog anymore. Why this matters. The less your game has to display in build by mode, the faster it runs. This is how I've been able to use thousands upon thousands of files in my earlier videos with 0 build by lag, and that was before I even started optimizing my CC further. So how to hide CC? There are 2 ways to do this. One is the automated way. There's a tutorial I'm gonna link below. I haven't fully mastered it myself yet, but if you want to experiment, the information is there. And way number 2 is the manual way. This is the method that I use, and it's pretty quick once you get the hang of it. Open the build by object in S3PE, click OBJD grid. Between the room category and build category flags, double click each one, type 0, then commit and save. You'll get faster with each file, probably around 15 to 20 seconds per file. When your CC is organized into folders, you can process entire folders in just 3 to 5 minutes. Keep it practical. You don't need to hide everything. Just hide items that don't need to appear in the catalog. If you're comfortable opening a collection folder to grab items, you're good. Once your objects are hidden and built into collection folders using CC Magic, build by mode performance skyrockets. From this point on, the sky's basically the limit. You can have tons of CC and still build and decorate without lag. So as a recap, alright MooMoo crew, let's quickly recap everything we covered in this video. Cleaning up your CC. I showed you how to back up your CC and run your game from an external drive for smoother performance. Visual CC mapping. I showed you how to use template folders and the Sims 3 thumbnail extractor to organize your CC quickly and efficiently. Optimizing CC. I showed you both beginner-friendly steps, converting to packages, compressing, renaming, merging, and advanced optimization, mesh decimation, texture compression, recoloring, and more. CC Magic Mastery. I showed you how to merge your CC into as few packages as possible and build collection folders for max performance, reducing build by mode lag. I showed you how hiding unnecessary items from the catalog so you can build and decorate with tons of CC without slowdown. By following these steps, you'll be able to enjoy a smoother, faster, and more organized Sims 3 game, even with hundreds or thousands of CC files. Create a Sim CC organization. When it comes to Create a Sim CC, the same rules apply. And honestly, this is the most important step for reducing lag in game. Visually map out your Create a CreateASim CC. Ask yourself, if you already have a long straight hairstyle in your game, do you really need 18 more? Pick the one that looks best, preferably with the lowest poly count, and delete the rest. A simple system works really well. Let's say you want a low ponytail style in game. You would want that in short, medium, and long length, and go further into straight, wavy, curly, kinky, braided, and dreaded hair textures. This gives you tons of mix and match options without overloading your CreateASim. Textures and poly counts. Stick to low poly 1K textures for hair, clothes, accessories, etc. Skins and makeup are the only exceptions. Keep those high quality for that 𝖘𝖚𝖕𝖕𝖕 effect. Clothes, same principle. How many medium length t-shirts do you really need? If an item is recolorable, rely on your patterns to make it unique instead of keeping duplicates. By doing this, you avoid cluttering CreateASim with unnecessary items you likely won't even use, and your game will thank you with smoother performance and less lag. So I hope all of this makes sense. I know it was a lot of information, but as I said earlier, I wanted this video to serve as a hub for my older videos, updated, revamped, and expanded upon. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope I've at least reframed the way you think about organizing your CC, because once you have 5 GB of CC in your game with 0 lag, you start to see this game in a whole new way. Let me know in the comments below which section hit hardest for you. I always love hearing your thoughts. As always, I'll see you in the next video.